low annual fee credit cards are some of the best all-around cards you can apply for. So if you're looking to level up your credit card setup in 2025, here's what to look out for. So the first cards I will mention are the most important cards in this video, the ones that earn bank points. So something like Chase Ultimate Rewards points or American Express Membership Rewards points. And we'll start off with maybe the most popular card out there, the Chase Sapphire Preferred. A lot of people know this card for being a good beginner travel card, and that is a perfect description of it. There's a $95 annual fee, but you can get some credits that may make up that annual fee and may make it worth it for you to apply for. There is a $50 hotel credit that you can use through the Chase travel portal. So when booking a hotel and using your Sapphire Preferred, you can get up to $50 in statement credits back after you pay for that purchase. There's also a unique feature on this card that isn't found in too many out there, where you can get a boost in this travel portal. So Chase really wants you to use the portal if you have the Sapphire Preferred. You can get a 25% boost when you're using points. So essentially your points become more valuable than if they were to just be redeemed for cash back. There's also some decent earning categories on this card, like 3 times points when you use this card for dining, or 3 times points for online grocery, or for streaming. I do think overall it is a great credit card to add for a low annual fee of $95. All of these cards, the reason why they're so popular is because they have a really nice welcome offer attached to it. So with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, there's a 60,000 point bonus when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of holding the card. So that's a pretty good bonus, but you'll see with these other cards, there's also nice bonuses there. So with this next card, the Citi Strata Premier, also coming in at a $95 annual fee. You can see this welcome offer is 75,000 Citi thank you points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. As of right now, that does say it's a limited time offer, so at some point in 2025, we do expect to see that offer reduced. And the certain benefits that you get from the Citi Strata Premier, there's a $100 annual hotel credit. So if you go to cititravel.com, their travel portal, and your hotel stay costs $500 or more, you'll get $100 off of that stay. Yes, you do have to spend quite a bit of money in order to actually use up this benefit, but that $100 is worth more than the $95 annual fee. So that's pretty nice. Your good earnings categories with the Strata Premier are going to be 3 times points on flights and on hotels, restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, and EV charging. So a lot of opportunities to earn 3 times Citi thank you points on your purchases. Next up is going to be the Capital One Venture Card, also with a $95 annual fee. And if you're wondering why I'm going through just the cards right now that earn bank-specific points, is because you can use all of these cards that I'm talking about in this section, and you can transfer out your points to airlines or hotels, and they will be worth more than if you use them for cash back or through their travel portals. So with this venture card, our welcome offer is 75,000 Capital One miles when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. And then with this card, it's actually going to be really simple with the credits and also with the earnings. So for the credits, you'll just find one right there that is a global entry and TSA pre-check credit. You can use it for either purchasing global entry, where you can get expedited immigration when you come back to the United States from an international destination, or you could go with the TSA pre-check option that gives you expedited security when you're in the United States. I like global entry because it also comes with TSA pre-check, so if you use the venture card to pay for that, well, then you don't actually have to pay any money out of pocket because that is fully covered with this card. And then also the earnings is just 2 times Capital One miles on every purchase. That is the main point of this card, so it's very simple, easy to understand. Then with American Express, their low annual fee card is going to be the green card, and this is $150 annually to hold, so more expensive than all the rest of them in this section, but it may be worth it for you to get this card opposed to other ones just based on your travel habits or your spending habits. The welcome offer is 40,000 points when you spend $3,000 in the first 6 months, so you have to spend a little bit less in a larger time frame, but you're also getting a smaller amount of points. But it's possible for somebody to value American Express points more than, let's say, Chase points or Citi points. So it really depends on your situation. The main credit here for this card is the $199 Clear Plus credit. Some people like using Clear because it is a faster way to get through airport security if there is a long line, because usually the Clear line is pretty short. And then you have people like myself that don't really care for Clear. Even though I do have access to this, I hardly ever use it. I just go in the TSA pre-check line. And then with the green card, you are going to be earning 3 times points on travel, 3 times points on transit, and also dining. So a pretty solid all-around card if you care about those spending categories. And then we have the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey. This one is another $95 annual fee card. And this card once again has a familiar welcome bonus of 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. The main way to get some of that money back for paying the annual fee is the $50 annual statement credit when you make a $50 minimum airline purchase. So that can get you down to $45 for that annual fee, assuming that you were already going to use this card for flights. And you may have already been wanting to do that because the spending categories are pretty nice, with 5 times points on hotels and 4 times points on airlines, and 3 times points on restaurants and other travel. Now, if you want me to make a recommendation on my best bank point card, well, it's just really hard because I don't know everyone's unique situation, but my personal favorite is the Chase Sapphire Preferred because that's the only card on this list that I actually hold. I definitely want to get at least a couple more of these on this list, but right now the Sapphire Preferred is in my wallet. But just because it's my favorite doesn't mean that it's going to be yours, so make sure to do a little bit more of a deep dive into these cards to find out which one is right for you. And now that we're done talking about those 5 main cards, the most important cards in this video, we can now move on to the hotel cards and airline cards because there's really good ones here too. So starting with hotel cards, we have the American Express Hilton Surpass card. This one is $150 annually to hold, but the credits on this one, it's actually really good. So every quarter, so every 3 months of the year, you will get a $50 statement credit when you use this card to pay for Hilton purchases. You get Hilton Gold status, which I have used a ton in my travels because internationally you get free breakfast, and then within the United States you get a credit to use on dining purchases at the Hilton Hotel. The earnings categories are 12 times points on Hilton, 6 times points on dining, 6 on groceries, 6 on gas, 4 on US online retail, and then of course there's always that welcome offer. Right now, as I'm taking a screenshot, there's a limited time offer of 165,000 points when you spend $3,000 in the first 6 months, but the usual offer is around 130,000 points. And the nice thing about all of these cards mentioned in this video is you can just keep applying and keep acquiring a ton of these cards because this is going to be the bulk of your setup if you really like travel. Now, if you're somebody that likes cash back, you can go with no annual fee cards for a lot of that. But for people that are interested in travel like I am, well, my plan is to get so many of these cards, and I already have a couple of them. And speaking of cards that I already have, the Chase IHG Premier card is a really nice one. $99 annual fee. The welcome offer is always pretty decent. Right now it's 140,000 points when you spend 3,000 in the first 3 months. And there are actually 3 main benefits that I get from this card. The first one is an anniversary free night every single year when you pay that annual fee for the second time, and that benefit is up to 40,000 points. There's also the 4th night free benefit that you can use when you stay at IHG properties and pay points. So you pay for the first 3 nights, and then the 4th night you pay 0 points. I've used this many times. And then you also get IHG Platinum Elite status, which can give you a few good perks. Not as good as Hilton Gold, but still alright. This IHG Premier card also has some decent spending categories, but we're going to quickly move on through the rest of these cards because there's just so many I want to get through. The Chase World of Hyatt card has a $95 annual fee, and the main benefit on this card, once again, is going to be a free night every single year you pay the annual fee again, and this one is going to be used for a category 1 through 4 Hyatt. You may not know what that is, but just to put it simply, it's one of the lower end Hyatts. And then you also get Hyatt Discover status with that card. And now moving on to the Marriott card from Chase, the Marriott Boundless, $95 annual fee. And again, you get an anniversary free night when you renew that annual fee. And that free night is going to be up to 35,000 Marriott points. And then you also get Marriott Silver status, which really doesn't do a whole lot, so I'm not excited about that, but you know, it's there. And then throwing in a card from Wells Fargo, we have the Choice Select card, $95 annual fee with a relatively decent welcome offer. And the nice part about this one is that you're not going to be earning a free night at Choice Hotels every year. You're actually going to be earning 30,000 anniversary bonus points every year. So instead of just using those points for one night, you can use your points towards any stay that you want. And it could be more than one night, maybe two, maybe up to three if you find a really cheap Choice hotel. And then you also get Choice Platinum Elite status, which I don't think is too good, but you still have status at Choice Hotels, and you're probably getting this card if you're staying at Choice Hotels somewhat frequently. So my personal favorite is the Chase IHG Premier card, but that's just because I'm able to utilize the 4th night free benefit so often in my travels. I can stay in a place for 4 nights, only have to pay for 3, and it's just points coming out of my balance, no money out of my pocket. But I also like the Hilton Surpass card because it gives you Hilton Gold status. And then the other cards have some merit, but those are probably my 2 favorites. Now moving on to the low annual fee airline cards, and there's a lot of them here. The Chase United Explorer has a $0 intro annual fee, but then $95 every year after that. These airline cards are pretty nice because a lot of them are going to give you free checked bags, but the spending categories might not be that great. So with this United Explorer card, yes, the free checked bag, and then you're also going to be able to get 2 lounge visits every single year. I do actually have 2 of these passes in my account, and I haven't used them yet, and they expire every year, or I guess they renew, so I got to use those pretty quickly. Then we have the American Express Delta Gold card, another $0 intro annual fee card, and then it's $150 after that every year. There is going to be the free checked bag benefit and also a $100 Delta Stays credit, which you can use through the Delta Travel Portal, Delta Hotel Portal, and then you can get a $100 credit for that. Interesting that that's a hotel benefit and not a flight benefit, but I'll still take it. It's $100 worth of value if you already like this card. And then the Citi American Airlines Platinum card is another one with a $0 intro annual fee. I feel like some of these credit card companies kind of copy each other and just see what works. And then in this case, it is going to be at $99 after the first year. Another one with free checked bags on domestic itineraries. And then the spending categories, they're just kind of there. You're mainly getting this card for the free checked bags. The Chase Southwest Plus card is not one that gives free checked bags because Southwest already gives you that. There's a $69 annual fee with this one, so it's lower than the other ones mentioned. There's also other Chase Southwest cards that kind of have low-ish annual fees that might be good, but this one was the lowest, so I'm mentioning it here. A couple nice benefits on here are the 3,000 anniversary bonus miles that you're going to get for renewing that annual fee, and then the 2 early bird check-ins that you get every year. Bank of America has an Alaska Airlines credit card, and maybe you don't fly Alaska enough to get this card, but I found that I might end up applying for it just to get a bunch of Alaska miles in my account so that I can use it to book partner airlines like American Airlines or something else in the One World Alliance. And you are also going to get a free checked bag and priority boarding with this card. And now moving on to other cards that may disappear kind of soon, maybe in 2025, 2 Barclays cards. There's one for American Airlines, which right now you can get a nice welcome bonus of at least 60,000 points. Sometimes it's 70,000 points for just making one purchase and paying the annual fee. I decided to get that card because it's an easy welcome offer to reach, and the card's not really that good other than that, but it's still nice to have a bunch of American Airlines miles because, like I said, with the Alaska card, you can use your American miles for American flights or also partner flights. And this card might be going away just because Citi is going to be the sole issuer of American Airlines cards now. So this Barclays card will be disappearing either in 2025 or 2026. And then we have the Hawaiian Airlines card, and this card is also going away because Alaska Airlines is merging with Hawaiian Airlines, and then they'll have to revamp those credit cards. But this one gives you 2 free checked bags when you're flying from the mainland over to Hawaii, so that's really nice. And that's going to be the last airline card in this video. I've personally applied for the Barclays American Airlines card because it's a nice bonus and that card's probably going away. And I'll also look to get the Barclays Hawaiian card because that's a nice bonus and also probably going away. And then real quick, I do want to give an honorable mention to any business cards out there. They can be really good for the right person. The annual fees usually aren't too high for the amount of points you're going to earn from that welcome offer, even though the minimum spend is most likely going to be significantly higher than on the personal cards. One that sticks out to me is the Chase Inc. Preferred, where you can earn 90,000 points for spending $8,000 in the first 3 months. But there's also a ton of other $0 annual fee business cards that I would probably look at getting first if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of business cards, like the Chase Inc. cards, Cash and Unlimited, or the American Express Blue business cards, the Cash or the Plus, and then also other cards like the US Bank Triple Cash and the Wells Fargo Signify Cash. So if you want to learn more about any of these cards mentioned in the video, I do have links in the description that'll take you to the right place. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel because I'm talking about all things credit cards and travel all the time. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.